So, hello and welcome back to another episode of the Bach and Arthur podcast. Today, we have episode 35. I can't really remember the usual intro. I felt like it was way too long. We're a little out of touch.
Mama.
With reality. So today, we've got some shower thoughts coming up. We've got a fictional fight club that Bach has conjured up. Bach has an interesting, deep question. I've got an ethical dilemma, a philosophical nightmare. Lara's got another game for us, a comments game, but not one we've played before. And then we thought we'd finish on a lovely little game of Contexto because we haven't played any of those word games for a while and we just like having fun.
And we're getting stupid, so we need to increase our
We need to increase our words. Like, I'm sure there's a word for that. It's vocabulary. That was just a joke.
I have a vocabulary at home.
What? What does that mean?
Book thing.
That is not... Okay. The dictionary?
No, it's not that.
First
it's definitely not that.
Shower thoughts.
Right, so we're going to have a shower real quick.
Here's a thought. You can shower once in a while.
Okay.
It'd be much appreciated.
And off camera, he was saying that I was the mean one to him. Let that sink in.
Oh, that's because...
Oh, Lord knows you need to let that sink in and wash your balls in it.
That's because the whole of the last frickin' episode, it was...
Frickin'!
Stop. What the hell are you talking about?
Do you know what? Stop. What the hell are you talking about?
And that was the meanest thing ever.
That's the best thing that ever happened to me. Finally. But annoyingly now I keep
By the way, for audio
at
listeners, when he just said, that's the best thing that ever happened to me, he was pointing at me.
I was not.
Oh, he's pointing at Lara, which is fair as well.
I was looking beyond you at this lovely shrub that we've had in the background of all of our
Well, you were doing that
episodes.
thing looking up and when I was looking at me,
Oh, yeah.
one was looking at Lara. So, first up, I was browsing some shower thoughts and I got a bunch and I disagree with all of them.
Really?
Well, okay, we'll
What
go
do you
through
mean?
them.
I've got some bangers, by the way.
Do you?
Absolute
that you
bangers.
thought about yourself?
I've conjured these up and some
Okay.
already existed.
Maybe we'll alternate between them. So first up, I thought you'd find this one interesting, but I wonder whether this would rub you the wrong way, the way it rubbed me. Maybe it could rub us together at the same time in the wrong way. Shower thought number one, on one day of the year, nobody knows what, is the anniversary of the Big Bang.
I would argue no,
Why?
because time did not exist.
Well, time. I
No,
mean,
in the moment,
Okay,
it
but-
created space-time.
yeah. Well, from the first moment,
I would argue it just doesn't have an anniversary.
really.
It didn't exist within space-time, so that's what I would argue.
But what about if you just started the anniversary from the moment where time began?
Then I'd say that wasn't the Big Bang. And then in that, do you know what? I love to argue.
Okay.
And I would argue.
Because I also thought it is obviously, I mean, the Earth wasn't there revolving around the sun, but let's say you could have a clock and start it then. Time being relative is annoying because, let's say you just had two clocks and they were right next to each other, because of different relative speeds of things and gravitational fields, the clocks would be going in at different speeds. Here's an interesting one for you. So because time goes slower, the closer you are to a gravitational field, technically, if Bach put a clock on his head and I put a clock on my head, because Bach is slightly taller.
Well, I'm about 5'10" inches taller than him.
5'10" inches taller. And I'm obviously 5'10.8", as we all know.
Yeah. Wait. Oh, you got measured at the Natural History Museum,
Yeah.
didn't you?
That always
I'd
comes
like
up
to
as
do
whenever there's a TikTok compilation of these classic arthurtv moments, that one always comes up and me saying
Yeah.
that. But where was I going with that? Oh yeah, my clock would be running slower. Ever so slightly, but it would be running
Yeah.
slower.
That is true. That's why I've aged so poorly.
What? Because you're so
Because of
tall.
how tall I am.
Yeah.
That's why I've aged so poorly. No,
Maybe that's why I've aged so slowly.
No, this is where you come in and say, no, you haven't aged poorly.
No, because it's crazy. I mean, he puts the face filter on all the time, but I mean, the crow's feet go crazy on that thing.
Actually, I have some serious smile lines because I'm always laughing because I'm so funny.
You are always laughing. That's one of my favorite traits about you. But you don't have any wrinkles.
No, more compliments, please.
No, I was saying this the other day. I was just saying, because we've been hanging out for ages now, and we just always laugh all the time. Off camera,
Oh, yeah, but we've
it's actually a little bit annoying.
We've
It's
realised
a bit boring. We need some drama.
We've realised it's a problem for other people because not many other people find us funny in
true.
real life.
Yeah.
So we'll be laughing about something and it's not, no one else is really involved. They're all sort of just like, oh, they're doing it again.
It is nice. It's something I can't, that, I don't know. I guess we've realised lately that we're both always just up for stuff and just
Yeah.
Where we're always just like, oh, if something bad happens or unfortunate or something like that, we're always just like, oh, well, let's continue having a good time.
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
Very
there's never a kind of like
positive thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is really good fun.
Yeah.
It's a bad shower thought, in which case we're negative Nancy's because there's no Big Bang anniversary.
That's true. I put a dampener on that.
Oh, here's another one, a similar one. Taller people get hotter showers.
Oh, because the higher you up, the hotter it is before it loses its temperature as it comes down.
Yeah. And actually, you know what? When I first read this, I was like, well, this is bollocks too. Like, let's say we both like 40-degree showers.
Yeah.
If you're right at the tap because you're taller and I'm a bit further down and it gets a bit colder, I would turn it up so that the water came out at the top 41 and it would hit me at 40. But then I forgot about like public showers. You know, when you go to a swimming like public pool and you press it and it's like kind of hot.
That is true.
It's hotter for you than it is for me.
Is that like technically true though?
Yeah.
Because the same temperature water is hitting the same air. It might hit your head. Might hit a taller person's head.
But as in it's going to be losing heat on the way down.
Sure, but
because like steam will come off it.
The air then gains that energy.
Yeah, but that air will be above you
in the same environment.
Yeah.
So over a certain period of time in an enclosed space, you still are affected by the same energy.
But like that energy is going into like the system, but that's just like the air in the around the swimming pool. Like, and I'm not going to benefit from that. Like if the shower's coming out, like, I mean, the fractional difference is probably irrelevant anyway. Like I doubt you'd be able to notice. But like when the water that touches you is warmer than the water that touches me, on the top of our heads at least.
I really don't like having a warm shower. I feel like dirty after a warm shower. Do you?
I always turn it to like really cold at the end.
Cold, yeah.
Yeah.
I have kind of like a lukewarm shower and then, yeah.
But I heard that it's really good for your skin to like finish on the cold.
Yeah.
Like you're supposed to like splash your face with cold water.
Yeah. Hot showers in general are bad for your skin. So just the colder you have a shower, the better for your skin.
Oh, and in case anyone's like, your skin looks so amazing at the moment, guys. We just went away with CeraVe. We had a nice, they gave us like a skin derm appointment. I can't remember what exactly they called it.
Oh, dermatology.
And I've never really had a proper skincare routine.
And you're a skinfluencer now.
And they gave us loads of really cool products and they gave me a proper skincare routine. And because I'm quite,
you're actually excited to use it, aren't you?
Well, I'm quite spotty and it's probably one of my like main insecurities. Well, that's because I use my CeraVe morning and night routine last night and this morning.
Okay, I hope you're getting paid for this.
No.
No. I'm just a lovely bloke.
They filled me with happiness.
Yeah, they are.
With all these CeraVe products. No. So yeah, if anyone's wondering why we're glowing more than usual.
Well, actually, stay tuned. Oh, have I mentioned Volufiline on here?
No.
I think I did mention this serum that I bought. I don't know if I mentioned that I bought it or not, or if I was going to. I think I said I was going to.
You told me, but not on the pod.
Really?
Yeah.
Anyway, I bought this serum. It's like you get it from France. It's called Volufiline. I don't know if I should be saying this, but it's like a specific like compound. It's not like a brand or anything. You put it on an area and it makes you produce fat in that area. And so I got it for my hollow under eye, so I produce fat. But some girls get it for boobs and butt.
Oh.
So I'm just saying, come back, have a look at us in like a month time. Let's see how our new skincare routine, how young we look.
That's so interesting. Yeah, I wonder. Have you started using it yet, or?
No, not really.
Okay.
Kind of nervous too.
Right.
In case I get boobs.
Yeah, it's an odd to think that you're just accumulating fat and you don't really know how that's going to turn out.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Are you worried it could look like a botched job?
But then I'll just get surgery and I'll just get a new face. And I'll just say, give me the Jacob Elordi or something like that.
You've already got it.
Now you're making sense. Now you're making sense.
Next up, some rich alien has probably purchased our star in their sky.
I've got 4 stars.
He's got 4 stars.
Yeah. But it's not like real.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Well, that was one of the things I was thinking. I was like, aliens are probably going to be smarter than us. And they're probably not dumb enough to fall for these random star registers that just aren't actually real.
Yeah. Like no one acknowledges it.
Yeah, because I can be like, oh, that star's mine. But like it doesn't give me any actual rights to it. Or...
you're just also not allowed to own anything in space anyway. So
yeah.
It's just a bit of fun.
Yeah.
I'm also a lord.
But
I'm actually a lord of the stars.
This whole not allowed to, because it's a social construct like anything else, right? The people who make the rules are the people that have a monopoly on violence, right? Like the reason that we aren't allowed to steal our favorite candy bar is because the government has a monopoly on violence. They have the police that if you try and do anything, they can come and arrest you and take you away and that kind of stuff. And even if you're a gang, the government here at least are bigger than you.
Yeah, they took my bloody nukes.
Did they?
Yeah.
Wait, the one you were making from the smoke detectors?
Yeah, the one I was going to drop on Milton Keynes. Can't believe it.
Why would you want to improve Milton Keynes like that? That was a joke because we went to Milton Keynes for a vlog and it was a great vlog.
Milton Keynes is actually I think it gets a bad rap. I really like Milton Keynes.
Why are you trying to nuke it then?
I don't know. People say, have you not seen that guy who made like a Milton Keynes hate page on TikTok? And they're like, every post was so funny. It was like, oh, what I would do. I don't know. He would like hop on a trend, but just basically every time Milton Keynes was just nuked at the end of it.
Oh.
So it's very, very hilarious. But carry on as you were saying anyway.
Yeah. I mean, the other thing is, if aliens were close enough for our star to be bright enough to be visible to them, we probably would have interacted in some other way.
Yeah,
maybe not, but they could be undetectable, but nah.
Undetectable.
I don't know.
But yeah,
too skeptical of all of that.
You're right about the whole, you can't own anything in space. Who's going to stop me if I just go up and just go? If I have the power really to just fly up and grab a planet, what are they going to do?
Yeah, nothing.
They're going to say, oh no, you can't do that. Oh, you do not exist. You're still on Earth, pal.
We need to make an intergalactic army. That's why we started this podcast, because when we go into planetary, all of you guys are going to join us and we're going to make the perfect society. But you're all going to have to take up arms.
You're sounding a bit...
we're giving you a ray gun each.
Ooh, ray gun?
Mm-hmm.
Like this musician, Ray?
No, like the dancer from the Olympics. No, like the thing that you get from the magical box from Call of Duty Zombies.
Yeah, the magical box.
Anyway, if we all took initiative and played along with scam calls just to waste their time, we could probably save our elderly population from being scammed so often. That's just straight up true.
Or we should just kill all scammers.
What?
Just an idea.
What about redemption?
Yeah, no, I'll take that back. I love
restorative
Red Dead Redemption.
Justice.
It's probably my favourite game, Red Dead. My opinion.
Yeah, but if there's a call centre with 10 scammers,
yeah,
and they've got, it's 4 o'clock and they call you and they're going to finish at 5, if you stall for that hour, the granny that they were going to call next and actually scam ain't getting called.
Yeah,
true.
Or if you just stay on the line and just try and improve their life instead.
I practice social skills sometimes on them. They'll call up and be like, hello, this is O2. And I'm like, oh, I'm not with O2. And I'm like, hey, how's it going? And they'll say something like, oh, your credit card. And I'm like, oh, I'll go get my credit card, but it's on the 5th floor and I'm on the 1st floor. So, how's your day going?
Oh, you got 6 floors in your house.
And I don't, but I'm actually just pacing around my bedroom.
No, I've seen the Batcave. I know what you're
I'm stalling and I'm just practicing all the social cues.
So the weather has been seriously lately, hasn't it?
Yes. The weather has been seriously more better lately.
The weather has seriously been yes, we have had some weather lately.
And they always just hang up on me. What a dweeb.
Just like, no, I'm not scamming this. I can't even do it.
This ain't worth it.
I can't do it.
Not even for a 6-story house.
I know he doesn't own anything.
Another one. Kids often react like something is the worst thing that's ever happened to them. Because it probably is.
That's true.
It probably just straight up is.
That's true. One time I was walking home with my mum and I dropped my ice cream on the floor. And I cried really badly and a police officer started following us because it looked like she kidnapped me.
But that was probably the worst thing that had ever happened to you up until that point. You lost the yummy ice cream.
Oh, no. I was killed.
Oh.
Before then.
This one is because we've been watching Harry Potter together and we've just finished the 3rd.
Hey, tell them what I surprised you with last time. Tell them.
What did you surprise me with last time? Oh, yeah. So we've been watching it on Batch's TV and lately he bought a projector and he literally had his entire white wall as Harry Potter and it was so epic and we watched The Prisoner of Azkaban. But the shower thought here is, for being the greatest headmaster in Hogwarts history and arguably one of the greatest wizards that ever existed, Dumbledore tolerated a lot of incompetent teachers. Like Snape does that thing where he flexes later on, he hasn't done it yet, where he goes like, I have fooled the greatest wizard who ever lived. And obviously he didn't because he's been working with Dumbledore the whole time.
Yeah. And also he's like, oh, Daddy said to put the potion
in my
Mix
guy.
the potion in my guy.
That was an awful Snape impression.
Yeah, I know. I thought it was really bad.
That was really bad.
Oh, God. Now I want to redeem myself.
No, but Professor Quirrell just straight up had Voldemort on the back of his head.
Oh, yeah.
And he got hired and let in the school.
Yeah. Yeah, do you know what? Dumbledore's a dumbass.
Gilderoy Lockhart just straight up didn't do any of the things he spoke about in his books.
More like idiot.
Yeah. Dumble doy doy doy. That is a classic. That is a classic.
That is great. That's was it
give me some of yours because I've got one more.
Fine.
But it's got a lot of tangents that I think we can go down. It's really interesting.
You're gonna freak out, right? Okay, you've never seen your face, only in photos or reflections. You've never seen your actual face. You don't know what it really.
What's the
looks
difference?
Like. It's not real. You have not seen your real actual face. 3D.
So this is an interesting one.
You haven't even seen his face in 3D.
Because what's the difference, right, in seeing something in reality rather than a mirror?
We'll never know.
Because they are just, it's just light particles going in one direction and just going the other way. So there should theoretically not really be any difference whatsoever.
Because it's just different. I hope that helps.
Oh.
Just think about it. Like when you see your like body in the mirror
and
then you look down.
Yeah.
It's different.
I guess it's a different angle. But I can see the angle that you look at my face from.
No. You don't know where I look at your face. You don't know what I'm looking at, pal.
Okay. It's getting creepy. Move on.
Anyway.
Next one.
At some point in history, the brain named itself.
I do like that one.
That's quite fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because obviously it didn't have it. No one had a name for the fleshy thing. And then someone was like, oh, I'll call it the brain. But the brain decided that. The brain...
I find it weird that the brain's doing a bunch of shit and just not telling the other part of the brain. Like our conscious brain isn't... Like, how come I can't just be like, you know what? Maybe I won't, like, I don't know, beat my heart for a minute.
That's so true.
Like, oh, you know what? Actually, let me find out exactly where my food is in my digestive system right now.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's put a pause on that.
What?
As in my stop.
I thought you were just talking to me at that point. Let's put a pause on that. You were
just
talking.
Loads of it.
I find it weird that we're basically just a brain.
Why can't I just cry?
Like if I took your brain out and put it in another person, that's you in that. Like you're just that bit. This isn't you.
None of this is
only that bit.
That's true.
Which is weird to me. Because you could throw that at a wall and it would stick. All of you would just stick on a wall. Yeah. We were all the youngest person on earth at some point. Every single one of us. You were the youngest person on earth at one point. So was I. That's quite cool, isn't it? Even for like a... Well, it would have to be quicker than that.
I find it weird now that babies that are born like now have just missed everything. They just straight up...
You missed everything that's ever happened ever. That's actually so true.
Better late than never, ass little thing.
They just got born. Oh, you missed everything.
Bro, missed literally every single thing that ever happened.
And you missed all the ups, all the downs. That's so true.
Bro, do you remember? No, he doesn't. He doesn't have
you
any
weren't here
memories.
for any of it.
Bro, you missed everything ever.
At least we were here for some of it.
All the shit that has ever happened. Bro, just missed all of it.
That's so funny. I find it it's a funny thought to just like go, maybe one of your family members giving birth and you go the first interaction you have with is, oh, you missed everything.
Oh, you got a lot catching up to do, pal. You missed.
Oh, I'll get you up to speed.
You missed a lot. By a lot, I mean every fucking thing.
Every fucking thing. Oh, you never stopped clapping. The pauses just get longer.
Oh, they say this about a lot of games.
We ain't never stopped playing.
People say with like old school RuneScape, you never stop playing. The breaks between them just get longer.
Yeah, and Minecraft.
Minecraft too.
And the Game of Love.
Although in a different one, like there's your parents picked you up and put you down one last time without really knowing it.
Oh, and it's like, oh, you knocked on your friend to play out for the last time.
Yeah.
And you didn't know it at the time.
Yeah. Well, that was always my mum going, hey, neighbour kids, can you play with my son?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, that was your mum pushing.
Get out, Mom, I'm making a nuclear bomb.
Please play. What's he building in there? Please play with him.
Buy me 5 more smoke detectors and I will.
Test subjects. Come in.
You stand there.
Mum, send them to my lair.
Just bite down really hard on this copper wire and shove this other one up your ass. I need to see if I can get this light bulb to work.
I'm going to use you as a battery. That's excellent.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh, Chris, you've come over for supper. Mum, hook him up to the... hook him up to the fucking machine.
Power outage, no bother.
Mum, Chris is here.
Get Chris round.
Chris, just run on this hamster wheel. You had so many fun play dates. It's unreal.
Where do all these voices and characters come from? It's actually so weird.
Just you.
I love it.
That's what you were like as a kid. No one with a... Speaking of lisp, no one with a lisp will ever be able to tell you they've got a lisp.
I think they will.
No, they can't say lisp.
Oh.
so they can't tell you they've got a lisp.
I think most of them can say S's like that, right? It just doesn't come naturally to them.
This is the lisp.
Yeah.
I had a lisp for a little bit.
Yeah, a lot of my sisters
As a kid.
One of my little sisters had that one that you do, the sh, like this.
Yeah, that's it. But I don't know if that's a lisp. I think lisp is only this.
Yeah, what's this called?
That's just speech.
I find it really satisfying for some reason.
Yeah, so do I. I really love doing it. Yeah.
Should we just start talking like this?
It scratches a part of my voice.
You like doing the
mouth. It scratches a part of my mouth that needs scratching.
Yeah, it's nice. It gives you a weird tickle
in your cheeks.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah.
And my last one was your handwriting is just your hand's accent.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Have you realised how bad we are at handwriting now? Because we haven't done it in so long.
I
had a form to fill out the other day and I was like, this is diabolical. I apologise for my bad handwriting.
I know what you mean, because like when you're at school, like on summer holidays, if I had to do homework and I would do it right towards the end of summer holidays, my handwriting would be like, oh, I haven't done this for like 2 months. This is weird. But now, because I write so little anyway, that's just the constant state I'm in. I struggle to write. But my handwriting is gorgeous.
Is it?
Oh, I'm just the master of calligraphy. I'll write you a poem.
Nice. Give me the next shower thought.
That was it. I said the last one.
Oh. Here's one that someone else wrote. There are a bunch of wild animals we've never selectively bred. We can probably make a faster cheetah. I think the cheetah thing is kind of wrong because they're not very genetically diverse, and they're probably really not far from maxing out.
What do they mean by what haven't selectively bred? Like, what did we select?
Like dogs,
an
right?
Example of like
dogs. We kind of took wolves, and you'd kind of get the ones that, if you have a litter of wild wolves, they'll all be on a slight scale of like loving human interaction and hating interaction.
Yeah.
And you just take the ones that love it the most and breed those with other ones that love it the most, and so on.
But have we ever taken like an animal and been like, oh, I want to make that thing jump higher?
Maybe. I mean, greyhounds. We will have selectively bred for running faster.
Yeah, we could definitely make it marginally faster.
Like pugs, we flatten their faces.
Yeah, why did we do that?
Yeah, really kind of immoral. There's actually some guy out there who's working to selectively breed them the other way and like elongate their faces.
I just think probably stop with them.
Yeah.
But all flat-faced dogs shouldn't really exist. No offense to them, they're lovely dogs, but it's just they have so many breathing problems.
Yeah. I mean, selective breeding, because we're not great at it, we tend to make
we just think, oh, it's hideous. I want more of it.
Because like with I had 2 American Spaniels when I was younger, and they just had terrible ear infection problems. And their
American accents.
Yeah. Oh, woof. Woof. And I'm like, can you stop?
Oh, bark.
Oh, bark. Bark, bark, woof. And I'm like, can you freak?
Roar. Roar. Anyway,
but it made me think, what animal would you selectively breed?
Can I combine them?
Kind of, yeah.
Well, I would just make something more domesticated, I think. I'd probably domesticate something like...
A lion. You could just make a small domesticated lion.
We've got cats,
Yeah, but like, I love the lion's mane.
What, the mushroom?
Yeah. To be fair, have you seen a Maine Coon?
Yeah, they're
really cool.
Cat-ish.
And they've got big, kind of like lion's manes.
Yeah, they got that. They got that thing on them.
But yeah, I'd like a current big cat, but smaller. So like basically a cat, but like a tiny lion, a tiger. It'd be so cute.
Actually, I'd like a seal, but give it some fucking legs.
Oh.
Because they're kind of like dogs anyway, and they're just so cute.
Yeah.
But they need some legs if they're going to walk around the house. Cows, I'd make cows really small. Because
they are like, have you interacted with cows?
Yeah, they're like dogs.
Yeah, anyway. They are like big dogs. They're freaking adorable.
I'd just make them like never get bigger than a dog.
Yeah.
That would
maybe
be great.
Make their poo smell a bit nicer. But the cool thing
about diet though, if you just give them put them on HelloFresh, they'll probably be all right.
But the cool thing about being able to selectively breed is that you don't need the main limitations with like normal evolution is that like each intermediary step needs to be advantageous in some kind of way. Whereas when you selectively breed animals, you can kind of select for things that like the intermediary stages aren't particularly important, but you can work them towards an end goal.
Yeah.
And you know what's really weird as well? Like technically, because our our genome, right? Everything that makes you human is just a bunch of letters.
Yeah.
And every animal's is just a bunch of letters. As long as you could create a living organism that's capable of reproducing to produce viable offspring, you could turn any animal into a human by just in each intermediary stage, just selecting for where the letters are just slightly more,
that would be
slightly closer to the genome of a human.
That would be that would be such a cool experiment.
I mean, technically, that's kind of what happened, isn't it? We all went.
Yeah.
I mean, all life forms came from Luca, that last universal common ancestor, and then diversified. So, like, we're obviously related very, very distantly to every life form on the planet. But it's really cool. But that was really interesting. I've seen it because we've spoken about evolution a couple of times, and this just triggered in me. People talk about one thing that I think stumps a lot of people with evolution is things where you can't imagine how the intermediary things would be advantageous. So, for example, a wing. A lot of people have this idea that like a wing could never evolve because like what use is a wing that's like a stump that doesn't allow you to fly?
Have you watched I think it's Nelson Mandela who
the Netflix one
voices it on Netflix.
Oh, you spoke about that
because they talk about how wings
do they
evolved, and it makes sense.
That is interesting.
It makes sense because it was for balance. I think it started out, which makes sense.
Well, that's the thing, so
made them easier on their feet quicker.
Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, like we have intermediary species alive today that have things that are like that that don't allow them to fly. Like even a flying squirrel.
Yeah,
true. they
start by gliding.
Yeah. These long flaps of skin that allow them to glide, and okay, they can't fly yet, but maybe they can glide from branch to branch. They can evade some predators.
Yeah,
and
at some point they may well be able to fly.
Maybe, yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't. Hey,
as long as each intermediary step gives you some sort of advantage. Going from arms that are like this, that obviously like you can evolve from nothing to like tiny little stubs because they'll be helpful for like arms and stuff.
Yeah.
But if you're starting to use your arms for balancing and then for jumping and then gliding, like you can easily see how you can progress from balance to jumping to gliding to flying.
Yeah.
And it's the same with fish. People often say like, how could you ever evolve a leg from a fin? But I mean, you can go look at a lungfish that sort of will come out the water and sort of kind of move slightly through the sort of mud. And like, if you just imagine Earth in its early days and you just imagine everything is in water, all these like living animals and they're all trying to eat. Let's just say there's only seaweed and there are some plants outside, but none of the fish can eat any of the plants that are on the land. And you just get one of these fish just comes along and their fins are just a tiny bit stronger than everyone else's. And it can like go out of the water and just ever so slightly get like an inch into land and it can eat that seaweed.
Yeah.
And the plants that are on land. And all of a sudden they're like, oh, I no longer have any competition for this. All of these guys are like fighting for these scarce like kelp and seaweed and stuff. Whereas I get unlimited access to this. They're way more likely to survive than someone who has to like battle for the seaweed. And then they produce and then they'll have a bunch of kids. Some of their kids will be kind of crap at walking on land. Some will be slightly better because their fins will be slightly stronger. And then those ones that are slightly stronger can go even further on land.
Yeah.
And you just get these tiny little like slight improvements. And I think so many of the cool things is that like we don't have all creatures now have either fins or either legs. You have so many of these like, intermediary like species now.
Yeah.
And same with eyes as well. How many different animals have like intermediary stages of eyes where like they just have a rough idea of what's light or dark or where the shadow is coming from. And it's really cool.
I mean, you've got fins under the t-shirt and gills.
Yeah. I mean, even pecs. There are some fish that just have evolved big pectoral muscles and they just walk along the floor with them.
Oh, you're going to need to send me those fish with immediate effect.
It's mud skippers, isn't it? That use their pectoral...
I don't know. I didn't know that was a thing. They just use their boobs to move along the floor.
Well, they use their pectoral fins, but the stronger their pecs are...
That's quite cool. Oh, it's just like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Doing the...
Terry Crews.
Terry Crews, like doing the little booby
making
jiggle.
Making titty bounce.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Oh.
So, Anyway, that was kind of interesting.
We'll be right back with the podcast, but I just wanted to say a big thank you to Skylight Frame for sponsoring this video. Skylight Frame is a digital photo frame that lets you share photos instantly with people from anywhere in the world.
We have been loving our frames. We've obviously got ours synced up and we're dropping memes, selfies, video ideas, weird messages, and just lovely pictures of us just candidly enjoying life.
So this holiday season, give the gift that keeps on giving memories. Whether it's for grandparents who adore seeing the grandkids' latest antics, or a friend who loves capturing every moment, the Skylight Frame is the perfect gift to bring joy and connection into any home.
It's really easy to use and set up with no need for an app or a subscription. Just plug in your frame and you can start sharing memories immediately.
It's got a touchscreen display so you can zoom in and crop pictures directly on the frame, which this guy's been doing to remove me from every single one of his photos. So
Just has photos of me all over his house that he was in. Also, there's actually an option to preload it with photos, which makes it a great gift. In fact, it can hold up to 8,000 photos all in HD.
For a limited time, get up to £40 off your purchase of a Skylight Frame if you go to uk.skylightframe.com/Batch and Arthur.
Oh, that's right. Let me tell you that again. To get up to £40 off your Skylight Frame, go to uk.skylightframe.com/Batch and Arthur. That's uk.skylightframe.com/Batch and Arthur.
Now back to the episode.
Next up, you have a question for me.
Oh, Fictional Fight Club.
Oh, you want to do Fictional Fight Club? Oh, yeah, before you have a question. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you got it.
This is just a fun little number.
So I don't know anything about this. This just says batches.
So I've put some fictional characters up against each other, and I want you to tell me who wins in a fight.
I've never seen Fight Club before, by the way.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
You're not supposed to talk about it anyway.
Oh, no, that was just still be
It's
interesting
just called
to
Fictional
say.
Fight Club. Oh, no one cares.
Okay.
Don't worry. Don't worry, no one cares. You should watch Fight Club.
Yeah, that's on the list.
Okay, Dora the Explorer versus Darth Vader.
Darth Vader all day. She's tiny.
She's great at map reading, so she'll just get out of wherever he's got her.
Oh, that's true. Maybe she'll have a map of the vents that she can crawl in and he can't.
Although, when she's in the vents going, map, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
He'll find her.
Yum,
Right.
yum, 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 yum. Delicioso.
Yeah, that Boots, that little... if I ever see Boots in real life, I'm going to kill him.
I want a little Boots. I want a little monkey friend.
No, he was insufferable.
Oh.
So you think Darth Vader wins that?
Swiper, no. Darth, no forcing. Oh, I don't care anymore. Move on.
You think Darth Vader wins?
Darth Vader wins, yeah.
Wrong.
I think he
Number
decapitates Dora with his lightsaber within the first 5 seconds. I'm going to
Have you seen the size of her head?
She's
I don't
just
think
a normal
she can
human.
Be decapitated. No, she's not.
Isn't she?
She's Superwoman.
I thought she was just
No.
a little Spanish girl.
No.
Oh,
She's high on mushrooms. Why do you think
what?
Why do you think a monkey's speaking to her and a map?
That makes so much sense.
Anyway, okay. Paddington Bear versus Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, I fear Paddington Bear is a lot smarter than Winnie the Pooh. He's quite docile, isn't he?
They're both going to be so sticky after that
Just
fight.
Winnie the Pooh's slow and a bit dumb.
They're all just going to be covered in honey and marmalade. It's going to be gross. It's going to be the grossest fight. They're just
I
gonna
haven't
be
seen the
stuck
Paddington
together.
Bear movies yet. Arthur Hill will not stop talking about how amazing they are, as if
They're
they're
great.
cinematic masterpieces.
Yeah, they're great.
So we'll add those to our movie list. Oh, we're going to have another movie night tonight to catch up to make it. Yeah.
That's not happening.
Okay.
So who do you think wins?
Paddington Bear.
Wrong again.
Okay.
Number 3, Tasmanian Devil versus Puss in Boots.
Oh. You know what? I think Tasmanian Devil can do that cool thing where he spins, but Puss in Boots just pulls out the knife and just is a kebab.
That's true.
Just shaving him like a
Just
kebab.
just cuts his actual
He's
head
basically turns himself into a blender, like as if he's just
off.
himself.
You just said Blendor. No, then we'll clip this. This is a great idea. Oh, you just said Blendor.
Did I?
Yeah, you just said Blendor.
Oh, that's a blender, right? Turn it into a blender.
This is going viral. I predicted. Okay, wrong again. Now, number 4. No, that's right. Number 4, Elsa from Frozen versus Garfield.
Elsa from Frozen.
No.
Garfield gets defeated by a lasagna every Monday. I fear Elsa's not going to struggle.
Okay, fine. Gary the Snail versus Stuart Little.
Stuart Little. Gary's very slow.
Gary's
Although,
a genius, isn't he?
in that one weird dreamy episode of SpongeBob where he's got a library,
Yeah. I think Gary's hiding things. I think Stuart's an idiot.
maybe Gary's got a nuclear bomb in his snail shell.
Maybe Gary is a nuclear bomb and Stuart Little.
But Stuart's got a car.
He's little.
So is Gary.
Gary's huge.
A mouse versus a slug.
He's a snail.
You know what? Snails do eat mice.
Africans, snails.
Next
You've
question.
seen the size of them.
Yeah, they're huge.
Homer Simpson versus Peter Griffin.
Oh, that's a tough one.
That's a good battle.
They've both physically been through so much. All those fight sequences that Peter's been in with that dastardly chicken.
Oh, and he was a he was a baddie in Fortnite.
Yes, he was. Oh, he was. But you know what? In Fortnite, I killed him many a time.
No,
I've never killed Homer in Fortnite. The only thing is, if anyone's got a nuclear arsenal, it's Homer.
That's true.
Because of the power plant.
He's got a nuclear arse.
He's going to shove a uranium rod right up Peter Griffin's snatch.
And
what's a snatch again? Is that butt? That's not, is it?
You know snatch is not fun. Oh, God. And then Homer's going to put donuts on his penis like a ring toss. Sherlock Holmes versus Katniss Evergreen.
Oh. Sherlock Holmes hasn't really got fighting ability, has he?
No, it's going to be Cat Piss Evergreen.
It's going to be Katniss Evergreen.
Oh, it's got to be Cat Piss Evergreen.
Please stop calling her that. That's so offensive.
Oh, it's got to be Cat Piss. It's not a real person.
That's got to be misogynistic in some way.
No, it's not a real person. Cat Piss Evergreen isn't real.
Oh, and Sherlock Holmes is?
Yes. Shrek versus Hagrid.
Hagrid. He's magic.
Shrek is like 8'8".
And Hagrid's 8'9".
Shrek's an ogre.
Hagrid is at least 8'8".
Shrek is 8'8".
Hagrid's magic.
Shrek is magic.
How?
He's green. He
I'm
eats
sorry.
onions.
No. Shrek is getting his guy out kicked by
He's getting his ass
Hagrid.
ate. Hagrid eating Shrek's penis. Harry Potter versus Neo.
Harry. Well, it depends whether we're talking Chamber of Secrets Harry or Half-Blood Prince Harry.
No, we're talking
Chamber of Secrets and before, Harry loses all the time.
We're talking Harry in the flashback scene where he sees Voldemort give him the scar.
As a baby?
Yeah.
Still Harry. I mean, if Voldemort...
Oh, Harry clears.
If Voldemort couldn't kill him, there's no way Neo could.
Oh, that's true. Oh, but Neo could do this over his body. Ooh.
Did Voldemort not think to just pick up a brick from the house he had just crumbled and just drop it on Harry's head? Why was he there like, the magic won't work? Do you know what I mean? It's dark, but it's true. I'm sorry, Voldemort's sitting there casting all these spells.
Stop saying his name.
Sorry. He's sitting there casting all these spells. They're bouncing back on him. Nothing's working. It's a baby.
Maybe he likes it bouncing back. Maybe he likes it being thrown back on him. Maybe he likes, he's busting a wine on the spells.
What?
Oh, spells on my penis. That's the sort of shit Voldemort would be on. Okay, next up. The Energizer Bunny versus Snap, Crackle and Pop.
I have no idea what that means. the Rice Krispies elves.
Yeah. The Rice Krispies elves versus the Energizer Bunny. He's full of beans, by the way.
Yeah, too much beans.
But so is Snap, Crackle and Pop.
When you shoot a battery with a gun and it explodes, Snap, Crackle and Pop they're strapped. They've definitely got guns.
Oh, there's Snap, Crackle and Pop all over his ass.
Yeah.
That's true. So who do you think wins? Snap, Crackle and Pop?
Yeah,
Wrong
easily.
again.
Okay.
So you didn't get a single one right.
Right.
That's the end of my fictional fight club.
Okay. Well, I was going to do your ethical question first, but we'll do mine because you've just done a segment and you can't do two in a row after that. So this is an interesting one.
Yes, I can.
Everyone in the world has to take either a blue or a red pill.
So that's about 6 million.
If more than 50% pick blue, everyone lives. If less than 50% of people pick blue, everyone who picked the red pill lives, and everyone who picked the blue pill dies. One person picks a single colour for your whole household. What do you choose?
Wait, so...
You've got a blue or red pill. If more than 50% of people pick blue, everyone lives. If less than 50% of people pick blue, everyone who picked blue dies and everyone who picks red lives.
Oh, so I think everyone was going to pick blue. If they know full well, they've got a 100% chance of surviving if everyone picks blue. Everyone should pick blue.
But do you not think you'd be like, I want to pick blue, but on the very off chance that no one picks blue, that not enough people pick blue. Like if you pick red, you're safe either way, right? Because if you pick red and more than 50% of people pick blue, everyone lives, you're fine. But if less than 50% of people pick blue, but you've picked red, you still live.
Oh, everyone's going to pick red then.
I
thought if it was over 50% picking blue, red people die.
No, red people survive no matter what.
Oh, so then everyone's going to pick red.
But I think some people would pick blue. Because
I think some people like me would be an idiot and misread it and be like, oh, everyone who picks blue survives. Because I would have picked blue thinking, oh, I can't die.
Yeah, no, if you pick red, there's no possible way you could die, but you're not contributing to
that's how you weed out the
50%.
Me and all the idiots.
Okay, but now you understand it. What are you thinking?
Why? Oh, I pick red then.
But would you not then feel super guilty?
No, because
all the blue people died and it didn't go to 50 because you're like, wow, if we had all banded together and picked blue, all those people would have survived.
No,
but because I picked red and a bunch of people like me picked red to save our own skin rather than doing like committing and doing what's best for...
Because if everyone understands it and everyone knows that if you pick red regardless, you survive.
But that's a big if.
That's not my problem if people didn't understand it.
But they can understand it, but they can go like, oh, I'll pick blue.
Yeah, but why in that case would you pick blue? If you know that, okay, everyone's presented this question. If you pick red, if everyone picks red, they all survive. They all have a choice here to survive or die. Pick red, you definitely survive. Pick blue, there's a chance you don't. I'm going to pick red and assume that everyone who wants to survive will also pick red.
But I think there are some people that will go, not every person in the world is picking red. Because of course they're not.
Why though?
Because I think some people would pick blue thinking that other people would pick blue.
I don't know if they would have that sort of... I don't know if... Why would they think that?
It's funny because in the comment section, there were loads of people that were like, of course I'd pick blue. Like, we'd easily get half the world picking blue, so I'm picking blue. And people who were like, I pick red and save myself and my skin were getting cooked, being like, it's people like you that put the people that pick blue and
no, I think it should just everyone should just be smart and pick red. It should just be the standard.
But would you assume that everyone's going to pick red?
I think if you don't pick red and you understand the question, then you're stupid. Like me before you explained it to me.
And you wouldn't live with the guilty conscience of being like...
No, because I'd be like, everyone should have picked red. Red is a guaranteed survival rate. If everyone picks red, everyone who picks red survives. If you pick red, you survive. If you pick blue,
but you know full well that some people are going to pick blue.
They're stupid.
The only way to guarantee everyone surviving is picking blue and hoping everyone else.
Yeah, exactly. So if you
hoping most people pick blue
to save the people who are going to stupidly pick blue, you've got to risk your life by picking blue and hope that other people do the same for the sake of the stupid people who don't understand the question and like picking blue.
But that's quite a big thing morally, isn't it? Going like, I think people either are going to be stupid or wishful thinking. You could get a bunch of people that are going like...
I just think I should not have to risk my life for someone making the wrong decision.
Okay, let's say you make that decision, right? And then just before you've picked red.
Yeah.
And you're in a room and the government have come in and they've separated a bunch of people in this room and there's a bunch of blue families over there. And some guy comes up to you and he goes, I picked on behalf of my house. And he went, I knew some people would pick red. But I knew some people would pick blue. And I wanted to make sure everyone was safe. And I really thought we were going to go as a community and at least half of us would pick blue. And he goes, and you contributed to me dying by just guaranteeing you saving your skin.
Do you know what I'd say to him?
What?
I did not kill you. You killed yourself by picking blue. If you picked red, you could have saved your family. Do you value everyone over your family?
But he goes like, I wanted to save my family and save the people that didn't save themselves.
But if you picked red and then ran a campaign where you went, you do realise, by the way, guys, if we all pick red, we all live. I'll say, oh, you killed everyone. You should have ran that campaign. That's what I would pick red and just make an announcement and say, look, if you all pick red, you all live.
I think there's a good chance I'd end up picking red just because I would be like, I'm really not gambling on the whole of society picking blue and a half, but that kind of thinking means it. But I feel so guilty knowing that a bunch of people will have picked blue.
Usually in these moral questions, I will have a guilty conscience if I'm making a choice that other people have also had the same decision on and ended up dying. But in this case, I don't feel guilty because you should have picked red. Like it just makes the most sense for everyone is presented with the same question. Oh, pick blue. And if more than half of the whole world pick blue, then everyone lives. But if less than half of the world pick blue, only red survives. So with that information, either way, you've got two pills. You pick blue, there's a chance you survive. You pick red, you 100% survive.
But that 100% survive does have the caveat of you're contributing to you're increasing the chance that the people that pick blue are going to die.
Well, yeah, but the idea is like everyone is presented with this, like you pick red, you're going to live. You pick blue.
Oh no, I get that you're
not.
making the right decision. Like the logical decision if everyone could, but you can't guarantee that everyone's going to pick red.
But the idea is that if someone comes to everyone's door and says, red, you survive, blue, you might not, you would assume in your head that everyone is picking red if they want to
But
live.
you know worldwide that's not true.
But why though? Because if someone came to someone's door and presented this thing and said, red, you survive, blue, you don't. Oh, no, red, you survive, blue, there's a chance you do, there's a chance you don't. Why would I then assume, oh, people are going to be presented with that and some are going to pick blue to make it difficult for themselves to survive? So I'll pick blue to help them out.
For example, people saying it's more likely that 100%. Oh, do you really think it's more likely that 100% of people will pick red instead of only 50% plus one of people pick blue? It's statistically easier to save everyone by picking blue.
I disagree. I really think it's obviously easier if everyone makes one decision, red.
I think it's just the tough of like, there's a bit of the game theory of like, you can't go around and go, everyone pick red, okay, fine. Because if you could agree, it's easy. Of course, you go like, oh, by the way, there's an election tomorrow. There's this big choice or whatever. Pick red and we'll all fine.
I get that. Like that kind of ruins it. If you're able to then make like an announcement and say everyone pick red, we'll be fine.
One of the top comments, I find it horrifying that I live in a world where even one person would even consider picking red.
But what I don't get is like, okay, fine, game theory. You can't go around and say everyone pick red because that's cheating. But you would just assume that if everyone is presented with the same thing at their door, and they know full well, like you break it down to the simplest format, red, you 100% survive. And everyone who picks red is also surviving. Blue, there's a chance you do, there's a chance you don't. You just assume that everyone, like, just make the smart decision is to pick red. Picking blue, no one gains anything from picking blue. No one gains anything from picking blue.
But those people that pick blue are going like...
They're thinking too deeply into it. They're thinking, I'm helping other people.
Right. They're probably right thinking that some people will also pick blue.
Yeah, but why would you pick blue?
Because they think that other people pick blue, so they're like, let's all band together.
Yeah, but they think they're helping people that don't need helping. Like, you could just pick red.
They've doomed themselves, have they?
Yeah. Like, you've been given a choice of survive or you might. But and everyone's saying, oh, if you pick blue, you're a good person. You pick red. Why is picking guaranteed survival a bad thing if everyone should be doing it?
Saying you pick red is just saying you don't care about anyone else.
I don't think that makes any sense, though. Because the idea is that you're assuming loads of people are going to be picking blue. But I would assume that everyone presented with that question would just logically say red.
Yeah.
And you would just hope that everyone...
I mean, if you're going for like the right outcome as the game theory player, like, you should be going for the thing that gives you statistically the best outcome.
Yeah, but
which is the red pill.
Even in general, like I'm thinking, if I were to like think of all my friends and their families, say let's pick 10 of my friends and their families, I know full well if they're given the question, red versus blue, and they break it down to the simplest form, red is 100% survival, blue there's a chance. Some people might pick blue for some fucking reason. I know all of them are going to pick red because it just makes sense. Like someone has given you a decision where you can survive or you might. All my friends would pick red. I'd pick red. I'd just assume that everyone would pick red, like being given this question. When that comes to my door, I'd be like, oh, why would anyone pick fucking blue? And so I'd pick red. And I'd assume everyone would be like that.
I'm very close to agreeing with you because I feel I probably would end up picking red, thinking that most people would pick red as well, being like, if I pick blue, I'd be like, because it's not the best outcome for the chooser, most people are going to end up picking red. And therefore, even if I think I'm trying to help people by picking blue, I'm almost certainly just dooming myself. But I just would have this guilty conscience of like, I'm part of the problem contributing to the deaths of the blue. The thing is, because inevitably there will be people that will just be thinking.
But I wouldn't. The thing is, when that's presented to me, my first thought would be like, oh, everyone's picking. Why would anyone pick blue? So I wouldn't even think that I'm contributing to an issue that needs to exist, because the idea is that obviously everyone would pick. I just assume everyone would react like me.
You
Like,
genuinely think everyone
survive
on
or you
Earth-
might survive. I think everyone given that other door would be like, why is this even a thing? I wasn't
But,
going to go red.
but are you aware that people probably would pick blue, that some people would pick blue?
But why? What would their logic be behind picking blue?
They would be like, other people, there are going to be some people out there
they're
picking blue.
assuming that other people are going to pick blue. So
Yeah.
The only people
Because you don't know,
blue,
that's part of the game theory. Like
but then
you don't know.
The only thing they're basing their decision off is, other people might be doing this. So you don't know for sure if anyone has picked blue. So they're saving people that might not even exist. They don't even know that these people exist.
Yeah, you don't know. You don't know either way. That's
and
kind of the point.
But it's like they had the choice of survival or death, pretty much, and they chose blue. It's weird. It's such a weird one. It's weird. I'm surprised mostly by people's reactions to it.
Yeah,
because I would assume that there'd be more comments saying like, well, obviously you would pick red because if everyone just boiled it down to what it is, survive or you might, everyone would pick red anyway. So in my head, there's no one in the blue category that needs helping because they should all be picking red.
But that is kind of going like, ha, unlucky sucker, you made what is for you not the ideal outcome, but arguably is best for everyone.
But why is picking blue best for everyone? Like the best for everyone is everyone picking red.
Blue is just kind of the more altruistic one because you're not prioritizing yourself. You're prioritizing the people who also probably went through the different strategy.
This is what confuses, because if everyone just sorted themselves out, everyone would be fine. If everyone just, so it's like the idea of, if everyone picks up one piece of litter, there would be no litter on Earth. If everyone just does one thing, if everyone just picks red, like if you're given the game, you ignore everyone else exists, you're always going to pick red, right? And so I would just assume that everyone would do that, because if everyone does that, everyone lives. No one else exists, you're always going to pick red. The game separate from the whole world, nothing else exists, just this game, you're going to pick red. So if everyone just focused on that, just focus on the game themselves, everyone lives.
But that's the thing. No, I don't think people go, I'm going to focus on myself, because we naturally have a tendency to care about our society and other people in it. And that you've got to factor in because you don't know what people are going to do. And that some people might make what you consider to be an irrational decision.
But that's what confuses me, because so people picking blue is because they don't know what other people are going to do.
Yeah.
So picking red is assuming that you know what other people are going to do.
No, you with red, you go, I don't know what people are going to do. It might be above 50, might be below 50 that pick blue, but I'm just guaranteed to be safe.
I would pick red assuming that I know everyone's going to pick red.
But do you think, but you can't honestly think that everyone is picking red.
I think
or do you genuinely?
I think if this offer comes to your door,
yeah,
and someone goes, red pill, you definitely survive. Blue pill, you might only survive if other people
You've got to also say with the red thing,
but
you definitely survive, but everyone that picks the other pill die.
But the idea is that
or you can all pick this one, and if everyone picks this one, you're all fine.
People don't like the red pillars because they're saying like, if you're not if you're presented with that and you don't pick blue pill, you don't care about other people. But it's more if you pick. If I wouldn't pick blue pill because I wouldn't trust that other people would pick blue pill for my sake. Because why would they? Of course they pick. Why would you pick? Laura, would you pick blue or red?
I'm picking red.
Picking red.
You are.
I just would assume that everyone would think that. Like,
I'm almost certain that more than 50% would pick red. I think the fear of death that comes naturally to humans, the like desire to protect our own above all else, when faced with death, would prevail, and most people would pick red. But I think some people, evidently, I mean, the comments show that really a lot of people would pick blue, and they probably would end up dying.
But also, like, humans are an intelligent species. We've evolved to have the greatest brain on the planet. Presented with a question where you either survive or you could, but your survival depends on other people. That's how you've got to look at, rather than, you save yourself or.
But that's the appeal to the community. That's why it's so nice. It's
the way you look at it. Like, they're saying, you either save yourself selfishly or you try to hope you're saving other people by picking blue. But really it's, everyone could survive if they pick red, or your fate is in other people's hands.
But that's the if. It's the like if they all pick red and they're probably not going to.
Well,
so
they should. They
leave.
should though. If they don't pick red, that is their fault. That's not my fault.
Let us know if you'd pick blue, and let us know how you feel about Batch killing you.
Yeah, I do you know what? I'm not even sorry. In most like the trolley problem, where it's like, oh, do you kill one person or 3 people? That's horrible. I feel horrible. Either way, whichever I choose. This, I don't.
You feel good about being a red killer.
If you pick blue, fuck you. I just it's so stupid. Why would you pick blue? Why would you chance your life for no reason? Why
that's
would anyone
the big thing.
do
It's chancing your life, going like, I'm happy to risk my life.
It's like gambling, though.
To try and contribute to survive.
But there's the idea of why is that contributing to surviving? Picking blue
to survive to the group surviving.
No, but why is that? That doesn't contribute to the group surviving because they should pick red.
But if everyone picks blue as well, everyone survives as well.
But then this is the problem. So it's like, oh, if you pick blue,
you only need half.
You only all survive if everyone does it.
You only need just over half to pick blue for everyone to survive. With red, you need everyone to pick it.
Even so, like if you pick blue, and over 50% of people pick blue, you all survive. Or if you pick red, you survive.
But you keep saying that, but you're not focusing on the people that die. You keep talking about you survive or you partially survive.
I think honestly, if every single family, every single household was presented with a question, and you've got red, you survive. Blue, you only survive if 50% of the population pick it. I find it hard to see anyone picking blue.
Why wouldn't everyone pick blue? Everyone lives when you pick blue.
Everyone lives when you pick red. I really can't understand people's comments on that one. Are there no comments saying like, oh, obviously you should?
No, there are. It's about half and half.
But I can't believe how strongly people feel about the whole blue situation, because they've created a problem that doesn't have to exist, because if everyone picks red, everyone lives.
Yeah. I think it's just the trust, like you can't guarantee that everyone's going to make the right choice. And you'd like, if you're in a society with a lot of people that like, let's say you're in a room with 1,000 people that are playing this, right? But you just make it a trait that the vast majority of them couldn't even think about living with themselves. They're such empaths that love and value human life that they couldn't live with themselves if they contributed or felt like they contributed in any possible way to other people dying, even if it's through their own fault because they picked the wrong thing. Almost certainly that group of people would end up picking blue as a majority, because all of those people would go, I couldn't pick red. I couldn't possibly pick, I couldn't pick red and watch blue people die and know that I had anything to, I simply must pick blue because I couldn't live with the guilt of picking red and finding out that not half of us did. And so they would go, I'm picking blue even if that risks my life. And if you gave every single person in that room that like hugely altruistic, empathetic point of view, they would all end up picking blue.
I'd laugh. After picking red, I'd laugh. No, this is natural selection.
Imagine you're the only one that picked red. And everyone in the room is just sitting there with their hands on their hips like, oh.
Yeah, you idiot.
Oh no, well.
I'm a genius.
I know, because it'd be fine.
Yeah, I'll be fine. They're all gone anyway.
They've got, oh, no, they're not all gone.
Do you want to complain?
I just realised they're not all gone. Oh. There's 99% of them, so
they'll
they
throw
live.
Rotten Tomatoes.
They'd hate you.
But this is natural selection, because if you were to ask any species on the planet outside of humans, every animal would pick red.
You're probably
because all they care about is survival. And humans...
But isn't that a part of the beauty of humans, is that we've evolved to have such a strong care about each other?
No, because then we've evolved to be stupid. Because if you...
We've not evolved to be... It's one of the most important things. It's another thing that I think...
No, because if everyone picks red... Now, come on. If everyone picks red, everyone lives.
This is another... Because I've got... Now we've kind of gone down the tangent. I want to go down the evolution route again one more time for this little thing. Like, people have this idea of survival of the fittest being like, the fittest means the strongest or the fastest or the smartest. Fittest just means fitness to survive in a niche. Mm-hmm. And that can come with evolving to have a good community. So let's say, for example, there are people who are born blind.
Yeah.
maybe this is like two identical societies, one where they are all a bit more, they care about themselves, a bit more individualistic. They let the blind people die out because they're like, oh, well, I'm not going to hunt for you. I'm not going to do this for you. I'm going to do it for myself. You've got another group that go, you know what, even though you're blind, you can share some of my food.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't survive without me. And maybe that society thrives because maybe that blind person, whilst at home, is going, and has lots of time to think, and maybe comes up with the idea of medicine or sharper spears or something like that. So like, there's an evolutionary benefit to helping out the weak.
Yeah.
And in this scenario, the dumb, the people who go like and making an irrational, dumb decision that doesn't make sense. But you haven't, because we've evolved to be these community creatures, you have a small part of you that goes like, I have a kind of duty to my fellow human to
the
save
reason
them.
I'm such a strong red pillar though is because this is done on
This is not political at all. This could get clipped out of context and people think you're a red pillar, which has like negative connotations.
Oh, really?
In the political sphere, yeah.
No, I just like paracetamol.
Paracetamol.
I love paracetamol.
And ibuprofen.
No, but because this is done on a household basis, I would assume that they would, in a household, all it takes is...
You never met a dumb family?
Yeah, but I think there's
family.
one person in that household who turns around and goes...
You never been to Walmart?
Oh, I bet you love Walmart. Oh, no, I bet you go there. I bet you shop there all the time.
I don't know why I'm throwing shade. We don't have a Walmart here. This is something Americans say.
But yeah, no, I would assume there's one person in that family who turns around to everyone who's about to pick blue and goes, guys, if we pick red, we all survive. If everyone
else in
red,
that family goes, oh, but we couldn't possibly pick red
No,
because
but then
we
if they
could
go-
be contributing to killing the people that pick blue.
and then they'll turn around and go, no one's picking fucking blue.
And they go, we don't know that.
Oh, then risk your life. I'm moving household. I'm moving in with Batch. We're picking red. I honestly, I might be a terrible person, but I'm picking red. I might be terrible, but I'm picking. If I'm presented with that, I'm picking red.
I do unfortunately think that.
I'm just being honest.
I think faced with it, I wouldn't have confidence that my community.
Yeah, I would not think that over 50% of people are going to pick.
I mean,
blue,
every
so
time an
therefore I
election
pick red.
comes up, I'm like, I don't know if half the country are going to make a good decision here.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of confidence.
And they often don't.
And that half the country is going to vote, not just in their, well, it's kind of the same when voting comes around, right? Like there are a lot of people that go like, that could vote for parties and leaders and stuff.
Yeah.
That could, as a whole, lift everyone up the highest.
Yeah.
But from time to time, people vote for people who serve their interests the most above the community.
Yeah.
And, if we don't have confidence that people are going to do it in an election, why the hell would they do it here where their lives are straight up at stake? So I probably would end up just going like, I don't have faith that society are going to pick blue, sadly.
Yeah.
So I'm picking red to save my own skin, but I feel hella guilty.
But I'd also think people just logically would pick red because they'd know, oh, if everyone picks red, we'll all survive anyway.
Yeah.
And also most people will look after themselves and their family. And they'll be like, what's best for us is picking red.
Interesting. One to come back to because maybe we can revisit it based on some comments.
I think we should do an actual poll and take in the votes and see who survives and who dies.
Yeah, you know what? The night this goes up, on the Thursday night, we'll do a poll on our Instagram at 7 p.m.
Yeah.
You've got 24 hours after this vote comes out, after this episode comes out, to see.
Oh, and rest in peace to the blue pills.
Or, no, that's temporary. You know what? On Instagram, we've got the like group chat thing.
The channel thing.
Yeah, the channel chat thing.
I didn't know we had one of them.
We've got one.
Yeah.
We'll put the comment in there, and we'll get you to react with the blue or red emoji, and we'll decide the emoji. So it's just one, and we'll see if.
I kind of just want to put up a story now. Just curious.
Well, no, because they've got to listen to the whole thing.
No, but this I don't want them to listen to any of our reasoning. I want them to, because that is in complete raw format. They turn up at your door with a choice.
Yeah.
And that you don't have other people going, oh, but if everyone picks red, you will survive. But if you pick blue, then you're good for the community. I want to see what their decision would be without any input.
That is interesting.
I'm very curious. Should we do it after this pod?
Maybe we could.
Okay, well, you will know if we did it. And if you saw the story.
Yeah. If you're not following our Instagram, go do it now. And also, if you haven't already, go subscribe to our Patreon, patreon.com/Batch and Arthur.
We're giving out pills.
You get episodes up to 24 hours early.
Yeah.
BTS content. I mean, we're currently waiting for the editor that was doing the behind the scenes thing to return from America. But yeah, we got some cool, especially with the Christmas period coming up. This comes out on 5th of December. And we've got some Christmas content coming out on the Patreon.
No, it can't come up on 5th of December, sorry.
Why not?
I'm busy that day.
Okay. Well, it will come out on 5th of December. So go check out the Patreon, follow our Instagram, and most importantly, love yourself. Moving on to your weird ethical dilemma.
That sounded like a real outro.
No, we've still got more. We've got Batch's question, Lara's comment game, and Contexto.
Okay, where's my question? Can we ever truly understand the motivations and intentions of others, or are we forever limited by our own perspectives?
We're definitely limited by our own perspectives.
Yeah.
What the hell can I know about what's going on inside your head?
But also, like, even if you think you understand what's going on inside my head, that's only born from your perspective.
Yeah.
You can't look from another person's perspective, really.
No, maybe AI will allow us to one day. But it's one of those things if you listen to, like I was saying, I listen to a lot of these like call-in shows that like The Line and stuff like that, and atheist debates and stuff.
Call-in
where
shows?
they get people to call in and be
Babe
like,
Station.
and be like, does it bounce? Make them things jiggle? No.
Oh hell no! Nah.
And they'll get people coming in, and they basically a lot of the time just put forward standard arguments for God, and religion and that kind of stuff, like why they believe in perhaps the reliability of the Bible, or they put forward scientific miracles in the Quran, or they put forward, arguments from design or all that kind of stuff anyway. But then every now and then you get someone who call in and say they experienced a miracle, or they had a personal experience with God, and the person's on the line like, you can tell me this as much as you want, like this is never going to convince me because I can't get inside your brain.
Yeah, that's true.
If Jesus or God or any other figure from any other religion came to you tonight in a way that you had no doubt about it, you could come tell me about it tomorrow, and because I have no access to your brain, I just like, I'm sorry, I can't believe you.
Yeah, that's so true. Like, even the people you value their like ideas, they're like I would want to believe everything that you'd say. I want to believe that everything Liv says is true or whatever. But if one of you came to me and said, I saw a ghost last night, I'd think, no, you didn't.
Yeah.
Because I don't believe in ghosts.
And with that, like, I want to, like, we've been friends for a while. Feel like I know you, like, really, really well. And that, like, I'd like to think that you enjoy hanging out with me and all this kind of stuff. But, like, deep down, I don't know that there's not some other motive that, like, you plan on stealing stuff from me one day, or,
like I stole money from you.
Oh yeah, thief.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll do it again as well.
Yeah. Just stole a bunch of cash from me.
Yeah. Like, you can trust someone's judgment as much as humanly possible, and yet still you can never be sure what they're saying is factual or true.
Yeah.
If it's based on experience, because your own perspective will get in the way.
But it isn't just like a blind faith thing. Like, it's reasonable for us to do that. I think there's like a difference, because it's another interesting argument people bring up with God and religion again, because they'll say things like, well, you have faith that your best friend really likes you, or that your wife loves you, or that your husband loves you. And it's like, you can't scientifically prove that.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, that may be true. I can't bottle our friendship or get put in a flask or a beaker, like the trust and respect and stuff that we have between us and stuff. But there's like,
what have you been sipping on then?
But I have a lot of evidence that I can trust you, and that you are reliable, and that you are a good friend of mine, and that kind of stuff. And yeah. So it's not like it's a blind faith. Like, all we can do is go off
our own perspective.
Yeah. Off evidences.
That is true. I forgot that original
Evidences
question.
isn't a word, by the way. That's a classic. That's a bit of a niche reference to anyone, which is the liner and stuff. But
it's all about being perceived, isn't it?
Yeah. What else are we supposed to do? We don't have a choice.
Yeah.
I can't be like, no, actually, I don't like only knowing about what your inner motives are from my perspective. I'm going to choose to see your perspective. I can't. I can ask you about it, but you can lie.
And I think I'm quite good at putting myself in other people's shoes and trying to see it from their perspective. But whether you like it or not, your own experiences are going to shape the way you think and feel.
Yeah.
You just physically can't help that unless you're a blank slate.
Yeah.
Unless you're a newborn baby and we walk in and we're like, oh, you missed everything. oh, so now you turn up. You're late, bro. Everything happened already.
Oh, God. That was so weird. That was an interesting one.
It was. Anyway, I'm bored of being interested.
Lara. So, guys, Lara has been going through videos that Batch and I have done together.
Yes, lucky
and
her.
Been getting comments from them. And this time we have to figure out what video the comments are from.
This one must have pained her because usually she'll go through content that she features in and look for comments of herself.
Yeah.
Like the pod, she'll filter by Lara and see if anyone's saying anything about her.
She'll just control F Lara.
Yeah, and just see. And she had her sister doing it at one point.
Yeah.
She actually
But she probably missed a billion different comments because lots of people just call her Laura.
Yeah.
Laura. Or El Aura.
Yeah, because she's got El Aura.
No. W's in the chat for Lara.
Nice.
This is any video
any
we could
feature,
be in.
Okay.
Arthur is seriously giving Facebook mum, and I'm here for it.
That's got to be from a vlog, I think. I think it will be like when you're filming with a camera, vlogging.
Yeah, you know what? That could be Clarkson's farm.
Yeah.
Because I'm
Me
going
and George
like,
there,
yeah, you and George are like my kid. Yeah. We're going to go Clarkson's farm for that one.
Clarkson farm.
Clarkson's farm,
Clarkson
it is.
Farm. Nice.
I'm convinced the way Isaac talks is me if I got a lobotomy. Arthur cooked a placenta.
This must maybe a mukbang. Arthur cooked a placenta. We did speak about a placenta in didn't we speak about it in the pod?
So you think
we spoke about the placenta?
The way you talk.
The way I talk in most videos I'm in, I speak like I've got a lobotomy because I'm not very good at reading anymore. I don't know what happened, to be honest.
It was probably the lobotomy.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that. I keep forgetting about that.
Arthur cooked a placenta, drool emoji. That I'm convinced the way Isaac talks is me if I got a lobotomy has 500 likes.
Do you remember when I did? Oh, the only time I can think when you had cooked food is in one of my vlogs and I filmed your beans.
Oh, it could be the batch vlog, which
might have looked like a
what
placenta.
vlog was that? The breast milk mukbang.
Was it the breast milk mukbang?
Yeah.
Would it have been the breast milk mukbang?
Because I had that. I had the I cooked the HelloFresh before we headed off to it, right?
Yeah. Maybe it was the breast milk mukbang.
What's that called now? You've changed the title though, right?
Breast milk mukbang gone wrong.
Is it? Okay, let's see. That's what we're going to go for.
Breast milk mukbang gone wrong.
Yeah,
breast milk mukbang gone wrong.
2 out of 2.
And it did gone wrong.
Yeah, it did gone wrong.
Or maybe I have got a lobotomy after all.
Oh, this could be anything. Take a shot every time Arthur ignores Batch.
It's a Minecraft video. Which one though? Maybe the first one you appeared in?
Or a horror game.
Oh, maybe it was your horror game.
When I'm locked into any of the horror games that we play.
Oh, it's either of those.
And you're sat behind me as like 3 pixels.
Okay, so which one was that? Because the one where I was sat behind you and I was like, your imaginary friend, that's probably what it's from.
Oh, the we got trapped in a space station.
Yeah, that one.
That was such a good video.
I reckon it's that.
Yeah, I think it's the space station video.
We got trapped in a terrifying space station. Feet italianbach. That's some incredible.
These are some banger videos, by the way. That was such a fun
By the way,
horror.
every single one right so far.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Okay. This title perfectly sums up my July. We got to think of some titles. Oh, maybe it's a pod because we do the commas. And it's like, oh, pussy, rain.
Period, pains, and history?
Do you reckon?
What was the 3 Ps?
Yeah, it was period, pains, and pussy, wasn't it? Or periods, pains, and...
Period something in politics.
Yeah, period, pains. Do you think
it wasn't pain.
July? Period, pussy, and politics. Period. Panties? Pickles?
You know what? I think it's going to be that one, though.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, I think it's whatever the 3 Ps are. One is definitely politics, one's definitely periods. I can't remember what the third word is. Because July, election time coming up.
Oh, I've got a serious hole in my socks.
No one wants to see that. Unless you can think of something else.
It could be anything because our titles can be really fucking
they
random.
can be really, especially yours.
4 months ago, that might actually be a hint. We should be looking at that.
Well, it was July, bro.
4 months ago. So that would be... So it's a month after you uploaded the space station thing. Think about that.
Pain, politics, and periods is my final
lock
answer.
that in then. Pain, period,
unless there's anything else you can think of.
No.
Okay, let's lock it in.
Pain, politics, 6 and periods.
It is. Wow, that's a great shout from me.
That was my shout.
What? You didn't?
I said it's a pod because of the d. So I'm actually a genius.
Fair enough. Oh, this one's an obvious one.
Is it though?
Oh, is it though?
Beautiful Cabin Crew, Scarlett Johansson is in every video.
It came from that one.
Should we assume it's that one?
We did the one video that was AI is taking over Facebook, and we spoke about how Beautiful Cabin Crew Scarlett Johansson is in all the AI Facebook post descriptions, no matter, even it's completely irrelevant.
Yeah.
But ever since then, people put Beautiful Cabin Crew Scarlett Johansson under all of our posts.
Let's just assume it's the first one.
Yeah, okay. AI is taking over Facebook for Italianbach.
AI
Yes, it is.
Oh, so you took the
Let's
feet
go.
Italian
Oh,
batch
that was
out.
the original one.
Interesting. Oh, and a comment from me. 8 months ago. This is incredible. I'm going to make clips and post them on TikTok with deep music in the background. In brackets, let's all do it.
That was when you were trying to encourage people early on to make clips of our podcast.
And then someone replied, wait, this is a thing now? I'm here for it. Love an autism podcast.
Brilliant. With a winky emoji.
Yeah.
So that's got to be episode 1 of the pod.
I reckon it might be as well. 8 months ago.
The truth. What was it called? Revealing the truth.
Oh
my God, we got
just
it right.
revealed the truth.
Wow, we are seriously... if we have a flawless game here...
Oh, we're flawless.
Thank you for the vlog batch. You would have loved 2016.
They think I'm not... Well, I was born in 2017.
Is that because you would have loved Trump and Brexit, or because that was a big vlog era on YouTube?
Yeah. Oh, which vlog would this have been? I haven't done that many, so it can't be that tough. So we got the breast milk mukbang.
We went to Milton Keynes.
Maybe it was milk. I think it would be the Milton Keynes one.
Yeah.
So, what is it?
We survived.
We survived the worst city in the UK.
Surviving
the worst city in the UK.
Wow.
I would have loved 2016 as well. I wish I was around for that.
Oh, I know what this one is.
Oh my God. Yeah. Batch going through the fur combo phase was not on my 2024 bingo card.
What do you think it is?
Is your dress to impress?
It's dress to impress. The fur combo phase.
Yeah, what the hell? I was getting cooked for the fur combo.
The ultimate YouTuber dress to impress Olympics. You know that flew past 500,000 already. That video did so well.
My God, that must mean like 500,000 people.
We did dress to impress so late on in the trend.
Patreon exclusive. Batch and Arthur get dewormed. That's got to be the worm.
Wow, could this be the
Brainworm
Brainworms episode 5 months ago?
That's the brainworm.
Maybe.
Connie.
Everybody has brainworms.
Connie is a worm as well. She's on the Patreon. I reckon it is.
Connie McKay. I reckon that's the name. Yeah, okay, go. Let's go. Everybody has brainworms.
Oh, that was a flawless game.
That is.
And Lara said she'd give us 10 grand if we.
Lara. By the way, Lara has an epic fringe, everyone, and she was a bit shy about revealing it. So please, imagine Lara with a fringe. It's fantastic, right? Everyone comment, love the fringe, right? Lara. You look fantastic. Go you, man.
We've all got a fringe. Everyone's out here has got a fringe right now. By the way, her fringe looks like Arthur's, so just picture that. And she's got a beard as well.
Right, thank you, Lara. That was a really good game.
That was fabulous.
They were really good. Where like they were a really nice blend of
doable, but a little bit of thinking involved.
Yeah, like I didn't know for sure. The only one I did know was Just to Impress. That was a fair comment. Yeah. But that was fantastic. Good work, Lara.
Okay, I'd like to play another game, Arthur.
Greatest producer ever. Comic book guy from The Simpsons, anyone?
Worst podcast ever.
So we're back once again. You guys used to love these. We did Contexto, Wordle, all that kind of stuff. We're back to Contexto. So all we do is we type in a word and it tells us how close to the real word we are. And we've just got to keep putting in words until we guess what the word is.
Okay, let's start with water. Oh, I got it.
It's very bad. 16,000 away. Fringe for Lara. Oh, even worse, 90,000.
Okay, light.
Oh, better.
That's better.
Dark. There's got to be a strat to this. 15,000. That was terrible.
Food.
Terrible. 15,000. Sport.
Watch this. This is going to be a banger. Money.
10,000. That sucked.
Oh, I got 10,000 money. Thanks. Yeah, I'll take it.
Sun. S-U-N. 18,000.
Um,
Light is a little bit close. Light is the only one that's in the top 10,000.
hey, give
And
me
it's 2,000 off.
Give me business. 15K.
Happiness. 3,000.
Give me conversation.
I mean, we're still really far off.
Interesting. Your turn.
Conversation, that says.
Oh, is conversation even a word? How did it accept that?
Conversation.
Oh, 10K.
It's
That's
10K.
rubbish.
That's terrible. What is going on?
Usually one of these would have hit by now.
Yeah, this is kind of rare. Fire. Light is the close. Oh,
there we go.
1,400.
Okay, can I have wood?
Camping.
17K. Okay,
Camp
science.
7,000.
Can I have science? No.
Science 3,000.
Fire.
Fire is the closest one.
Maybe we're going on the heat route or something like that.
Ember. Terrible. 14,000.
Can I have warm? No, it's bad. Fire.
Orange. Not 11,000. What the heck is
Can
this?
I have survive? Rubbish.
Jungle.
Floor?
21,000.
20,
28,000.
that's really bad.
We have not had a start this bad before. What's like roughly related to light and happiness, but like mostly fire? Fire is the closest by a long way.
Hippie or something like that.
Match. 6,000.
Fly?
Really.
You would not believe
5,000.
your eyes.
Oh.
10 million fireflies
Glow.
glowed up your ass.
5,000.
Phone.
6,000.
This is tough.
Politics.
Politics.
16,000.
Oh, I'm about to hit you with clothing. This is going to go off.
27,000.
And the higher the number, the better, right? Please.
No, we want to get it down to 1.
All right.
Gosh. Fire is the closest thing we have, and it's still really far away. Food. Oh, we guessed it already. Drink.
Your hungry ass guess food again.
29,000.
Wild.
4,000. Roast. 65,000. That's
How is
further
roast so far away from fire, really?
Yeah.
Pig. Can I have pig, please? Me when I'm at the farm.
What the hell is going to be like fire, but nothing really to do with food or science? Go on, drop us a hint. We're doing so badly, we need a hint.
Oh, reactive.
Reactive.
Well, this is what, because I went science after hearing fire.
So science is really bad, but reactives.
Okay.
Chemical. 1,300.
It's better
Element.
than fire.
Reactive.
Okay. Can I have radio?
No.
Radio reactive.
Can we have... What's like similar
Atom. Let's go down a chemistry route. So that's the second best. Reactive, then atom.
Volatile.
It might just be something like potassium. Can I have potassium, please?
But atom would be so much higher than 500 if it was potassium.
So it's reactive, atom, potassium. That's where we're at right now.
Salt.
And can I test chemistry just in case, please?
Oh yeah, do
Rubbish.
physics. So it's more physics than chemistry. Biology. Oh, so it's a biological thing.
Well, maybe. Sometimes Contexto's like this and it just ends up being...
Yeah, because I think it's AI ranked. But biology is 697.
Can we do space?
Which is the closest
See if it's
one.
like... No.
No.
Really.
That'd be close. It'd be a physics thing. This is a biology to do with reactive venom. Poison.
I think we just need to focus
6,000.
on the whole reactive thing. Let's go...
Love? No, 12,000. What's like a biology reaction?
Neurons.
Congrats!
Oh my god, fucking neurons!
Goodness.
Oh,
What the
my neurons
hell?
really just did that.
Oh, that was so good.
And I'm sat like an idiot for my coldest moment. Can't believe it.
We were so far off with reactive in biology. I guess
I just
neurons.
think just firing up there. So they wanted us to go like synapses,
Nerve.
cortex, blah blah blah. Just reactions in biology, really.
That's a banger way to finish. That was a real
unreal.
clutch. Good job, man.
That really confused me when it went. I didn't think it was going to say we did it.
No, you smashed that. Right, well, if you enjoyed today's episode,
That's the best moment of my life.
thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe on YouTube, join our Patreon, follow us on social media, rate us 5 stars on the audio platforms and stuff. Batch is shaking. Check out our YouTube channels, by the way. Arthur, Frederick, and Italianbach. We make loads of content over on YouTube ourselves. We post several times a week.
But you're renaming yourself to a British batch, right?
No. And in case you haven't already, thanks for watching.